Channel 23 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's coming off a strong week, finishing with 350 yards passing. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders on Sunday night.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Okay, right?
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 19 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Check right.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready, go.
Once more, Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 41. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yards because of play. Seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 16 carries, 91 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. To throw is Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. This is taken at the 15. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one complete. It's Fehoko. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. From the 41, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down, Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yards. Now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And maybe getting a little too... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession with football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, smart enough to avoid the taunting rule. Guarantee he probably is telling him, you don't want to start coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now, meanwhile, a pass is should have been intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Gibson here running out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A give running right, Gibson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10 to 3. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredded.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick-6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away from the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to Elliott again. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott from the gun. Fighting Tolbert here over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry by Allen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Cowboys at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're playing the best football right here. And now they're looking to go 4 games without a win. Things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point.
3rd down, it's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. No Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Out of the gun now on third down. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
What does you hoping for when you run drag routes? You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Cameron Curl up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way out.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Got outside of the tackle box, and sometimes that could be a recipe for disaster, but here it was not.
It's frustrating for guys on defense, too, because he got out to the left and then still delivered on the move with accuracy.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check right. Opposite. 3.
On the draw, it's Gibson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time. Watch out.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover him?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect it. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it and finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down to the kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Prescott on 1st down. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there. That'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Throw on target there to Milne. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
Ready.
With a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44. 4 yards, the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And they will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 2nd and 11 now, Prescott. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. first down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And here's a give to Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Elliott running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And once he moved the read, he's able to make the play. The guy worked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field, covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. On the ground with a tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a bold call that this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Inside give to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Elliott. And a short gain here, down to the 22. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense in that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete. Lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Tressway now. as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Prescott. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Steps away. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. And again, it's Prescott. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Another throw to Lamb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us. As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A give up the middle to Gibson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And some pretty strong running there. And down to the 4.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Check white, opposite, green, switch, yellow, white.
2nd and 6. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one too low. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great... Suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to 35.
Back-to-back yards. I'd say that
this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 22.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
The give is to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 77 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Washington down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Back to throw. Open man, that's Milne. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw. Pass complete, Samuel. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Dallas, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.